Shalom, call law, Yabashim al Shai, Bahaba Kakadash, Yahabashim al Shai, Bashim Kakadash, Brakatham, the Banasa apostles who are elders who rule well, blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth, sincerity. Yeah, this is a lesson I wanted to do in regards of this article I seen. Don't have a title right now, but they're pretty much censoring WhatsApp. Not only censoring, it's spying. Okay, which is way worse than censoring. Okay, they're spying, and it's public knowledge. When there's, it's already knowledge that they're doing it. But yeah, man, and this is nothing but a ploy or attack on us, man. Okay, they know what's going on through these messages and conversations that they can't censor and videos that they can't knock off. So they decided to spy. You know, it's not. It is not like we're hiding things. It's just that you can't have certain conversations on the internet because they would censor it, or personal conversations. About where you're at, what what's your stance. It's like text messaging. But you can get into groups. It's a little bit more easy to share certain data. Like waves and files and things like that. You know, uh, they did the same thing to Marco Polo, man. You know, but yeah, I don't want to go harp too much on it. I'm going to get into these scriptures in these articles, okay? In this article, okay. Uh, so we're going to start off with Psalms 10:7. It says, "His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in secret. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones." So that shows, man. This is what they're doing right now, man. This is right the nail on the head, man. He hath said in his heart, Yahweh hath forgotten. He hideth his face. He will never see it. Arise, O Lord, O Most High. Lift up thine hand. Forget not the humble. Yeah, man, because we're the poor. You know what I'm saying? Right now we're rich in spirit and we're poor economically. We're in a poor state. You know, really we're just poor economically on a racial level, financial level, location level. We're all in the worst neighborhoods. What I mean by location, we're all in the worst predicament. You know, like they said, people don't help poor people, man. All right. Even the scriptures say that when a poor man falleth, no one is there to help him up. Okay, in the book of Sirach. And I want to get this next scripture, man. Micah 2:1, it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in their power. It is in the power of their hand." Yeah, they sit there and they meditate. I wonder how we're gonna catch these groups up. And it's not like we are the groups that they want to portray us as. We're totally harmless, baby. you know, I say that sincerely. We're the best citizens America could have. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to a threat level, the Lord said, "Wait upon me until I make thy enemies thy footstool." So we ain't doing nothing. You can't. That's why they try to do things and demonize us or trigger us to get us to jump, but we're not jumping. They come out with this Black Lives Matter thing. They come out with different propaganda with the Kaepernick, the Nike, and they're expecting so-called groups like us to jump, but they don't understand that we're moving according to the Lord, not according to Satan and his devices. Okay, and so their trickery isn't working, and not only is it doing that, like the Lord said, don't resist them, least happily find yourself to fight against them. Hey, that's what Esau's doing. He's resisting. He hear us teaching and doing his work, and they know it's true. They know what we're saying is true, and they try to put it out as misinformation. They try to put an asterisk next to our name. They try to find any way to demonize us. And then when they put that propaganda out, and then they'll tell the truth somewhere else later on down the line, or they have to change a law like this WhatsApp law and invade privacy. They have to pretty much resort to dirty tactics, throwing dirt in your eyes, like on the Van Damme movies, man. You know, kicking the dust in the eye or doing something, and then when you do that, everybody's like, oh, it's like, wait, what are you doing? Like, I thought you was that guy. You know, now you're kicking up dust in people's eyes. Now you're fighting dirt. Now you're biting. You know, Esau's biting right now. It's a tactic of a nigga biting, spying spying on Israelites. Salakia, it cut off on me. Let's see if it'll let me in. There we go. All right. So as you see, post production, I got the picture up. This came out yesterday. Um, in a WhatsApp. Okay. Um, actually January 18th. I'll say the date so we can be on the same page here. It says WhatsApp helps U.S. government spy on users, no questions asked. This is put out by RT. Okay, it's not just a random site. All right, like nigganews.com ain't none of that. This is RT News. Okay, it says WhatsApp helps U.S. government spy on users, no questions asked. A search warrant from 2021 shows WhatsApp was ordered to track unidentified users for unknown reasons. That's a vague statement. Unknown users. What considers somebody an unknown user, right? Your name choice or whatever. And people never just roll with their names. You know what I'm saying? Only Bob, the 40-year-old guy who don't know nothing about technology. Everybody want to put Zaptastic or some type of crazy name. You know what I'm saying? Because they're amongst their friends. Okay, it reminds me of when you play video games and you get a gamer tag. Who uses their real name? You know, like who uses their real name in a domain like that? You know. So, but we're gonna continue. It says WhatsApp was ordered by a U.S. government agency to spy on several foreign nationals. Because what happens if you use your regular name? Then they could just search you up. They're spying on you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't use your regular name, that's just oh, this is why we're gonna let y'all know we're spying on y'all, because we don't know y'all regular names. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing to say unknown user. Because what else you don't put your social in? You know that ain't gonna do nothing but be the next thing. They might even set up a profile, like you gotta get Apple account, but then you gotta put your social in that, and then they're gonna have you log into all these things so they can track you that way, man. That money, you know, because that at the end of the day they're trying to move towards the MOTB, and they the MOTB is a sign to control man. You know what I'm saying? That is their token. That is their Quran. That's their mark. To say that they own humans. Okay, that they're God. Okay, that's why the scriptures say that, man. That they sit upon the throne as the Most High. Okay, and that's what they're attempting to do by all these tactics. And this is one of them. They want to know when you're sleeping. They want to know when you're awake. So you better be good for goodness sake. Hey, that may sound like a jolly song, but that's Big Brother, man. They're trying to put cameras everywhere, face recognition, you know. But this is just a ploy in that direction. Okay. It says, getting back to the article, it says WhatsApp was ordered by U.S. government agency to spy on several foreign nationals. Okay, even though the agency had no evidence the users had committed a crime or even knew their names. Right? So they foreign nationals. That makes you comfortable. Like, oh, okay, well they're going after foreign. They're spying on everybody. Okay, how you think they know if you're a foreign or here? You know what I'm saying? Like they looking up if somebody from a different country talking to somebody, man. Well, if you're talking to your aunt in Ireland, that could consider that a foreign national conversation or something like that. Which is primarily why people use WhatsApp, because that's what it's for. So anybody that's communicating with your person in Rome, the British, London, Canada. God forbid you Tajiks, start communicating with your people. But they ain't I ain't gonna say they ain't gonna worry about them, because they is beefing with Russia pretty heavy, you know. It says a recently unsealed search warrant from November 21st shows that the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration had ordered the Facebook-owned communication service to monitor 7 users reportedly located in China and Macau. The warrant reveals the DA didn't know the identities of any of the targets, but told WhatsApp to monitor the IP addresses and numbers which the target users were communicating. And that's your phone. So these people got right to tap into your phone. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how far you can go with the legalities of it, but it sounds like, okay, I need, well, if you ask him in court, like, why he was in my phone? Well, I needed to get in your phone. You was talking about this on WhatsApp, so that I'm going to further investigate. And we all know Obama passed a law to be able to do it through Facebook and other social media sites. And they're just pretty much putting it in there and camping. They're circling up the fort, man. They're surrounding you. Okay? They're gonna surround you and give you only one way out. That's their goal. It says the warrant reveals, so like I read that. I want to see what Thomas Brewster has to say. Okay? He says, and I quote, previously I looked at cases where the government at least knew the aliases or the name of the WhatsApp user they were going after. Here they're targeting Chinese WhatsApp users. They don't know. No, it's not message content, but metadata reveals an awful lot. So let's go back to the metaverse. We all know, man, they're unifying, and it's like now you gotta have Facebook to log into things. You gotta have IG. You could use your IG to log into things. They're grouping it and grouping it and grouping it to eventually it's just gonna become one entity, man. Okay, all this Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Litecoin, eventually is gonna be just one universal coin, one universal religion, one universal this. They're just grouping and grouping and grouping it. Okay. It says the surveillance was part of an operation investigating the important importation of opioids from China. That's why the DEA got involved. To order the monitoring, the U.S. government only need the state, and the information likely to be obtained is relevant to an ongoing criminal investigation being conducted by the agency. The search warrant did not require any evidence of a crime having been committed. Oh my gosh. That means if you talk about it, they could just go off that notion. They don't need no evidence. They just need you to say something on there to predicate that you are a threat. Whether it's opioids, whether it's talking to a foreign agency, whether it's talking about negatively about a president, it's going to get into a communist state, as they always are. Communists are bad. Communists. They're going, Esau's headed towards martial law. So ain't nothing but a ploy to let everybody's guards down, man. But with that being said, I hope this was edifying. There's more to this, but you can go check it out on RtNews.com. I just put the link in the description box so you can catch it on your own. Hey, Kalo Yabashimi Al Shah Bahara Kakadash, double honors to our apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessed citation to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth, sincerity. Shalom.